Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with my boy Freddie, and this is my episode 10, and we are talking about jobs. Are you happy at your job? Do you like your fucking job? Do you wake up, you're like thinking, hey, this is a good job. I like it. But
Job experience.
job experience, you know what I mean?
Past job experience.
Yeah, past job experience. So I can easily just talk about my job. So my first job was I was working at HEB. I was about 17 years old. And so my job was, bagger, pushing carts and stuff like that. So I had a manager at the time, and he's like, hey, I need to go outside and push some carts. I'm like, okay, I'll push some carts. It's cool with me. And then it was during the summer, so it was really, really hot. So, and then a couple times I would come in, get a little fresh air. He's like, hey, man, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting me some cold air, bro. Like, it's hot out there, you know what I mean? And this dude his name was Hector. I'll never forget his face. Hector, big old fat dude, So anyway, at the time, then he was like, hey, man, I need you to go back outside. I'm like, okay, can you at least give me some water and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Give me all sorts of stuff. He didn't do nothing like that, dude. So at that time, I was thinking, man, do I really want this job? I was like, I'm over here sweating, pushing carts.
Did they give you any water or anything?
He didn't give me no water.
Damn.
He did not give me no water. So you know what? I said,
how much were you getting paid?
At the time, I was 17 years old, so I was probably getting $6.50.
Oh,
nah. Yeah, six.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah, $6.50, man. So, and I was like, you know what? I was about a year and a half, and I was like, nah, I'm done. I quit. That was it. So that was my first job when I was 17 years old. Freddie, you remember your first job when you were 17?
If I have to go back to my first one,
Yeah.
I think it was at Goodwill.
As a Goodwill?
Yeah, I think Goodwill was my first job.
Okay, and actually we did work together at Goodwill, so that was fun. How much did we get paid at the time? You remember?
To start off, I think it was $8.
$8. You know what? It was $8, man. It was $8.
Yeah, it was $7.50, but they bumped it up to $8. So that's I remember walking up there to work at the one by the house. So I used to work there.
Yeah. Okay. So we had some crazy stories with us working at Goodwill, man. And basically, that job is just we worked in the drop-off department. So and we would always get all these people dropping off all their stuff, dude. All sorts of stuff. You get underwear. You get all sorts of stuff. Man, I ain't touching that stuff, man.
That's true.
But I remember one time we were working in the back of the warehouse, and it was the cart. Was it the cart?
It was the truck. The trucks would come in with a bunch of carts, and we would break them down.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't that, then we were at the front getting the donations from the people, like what you were saying right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Underwear, nasty shit.
Yeah.
Man, I know one time this lady came up, and I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but regardless, it was really crazy. But they used to pull up, and they had designated parking spots to unload whatever they got. And she pulled up, and she popped her trunk, and she's like, "Look, I got 3 bags back here, So I go get them, and I get one out, and I set it down. I go get the other one. And for some reason, she just go ahead and start to just slam the fucking trunk down, and she put it right on my head. Just bam. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. Like, you got 3 bags. You loaded this shit up. Like, it's the second bag. You don't know how to fucking count. Like, why would you slam the fucking? I'm in the trunk, and I don't mean like softly. She slammed the fucking trunk on my head, bro. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to be understanding about this, and maybe she'll give me a tip too, right? I was thinking, right? So I'm like, no, it kind of hurt. I was like, but I'm okay, and I'm like, I don't know, like, what were you? She said, I'm sorry, I thought you were done. So I'm like, okay, I get the other bags out, and I'm like thinking, like you should probably compensate someone.
Yeah.
Hell no. She said, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have that receipt, that form, so I can fill out for my taxes? I'm like, man, fuck your taxes. Look at my motherfucking head, man. What the fuck? But that's the shit that she took off. That was an experience. I was like, that was what, day 4 of the job. I'm like, I
Yeah.
started questioning
Yeah.
if this was even a good idea.
You know, hold on.
That's after that. That's when they put me in the back, and I just started breaking down the trucks.
I remember him coming in, and we're going through all these.
Didn't know donations.
Yeah, we're going through all these donations, toys, and all that stuff, and then he's like, "Bro, you know what happened to me?" I said, "What?" He said, "Some ladies smashed my head.
She slammed the trunk on me."
Yeah.
On my head.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
Yeah, man. I thought that was actually pretty funny.
It wasn't. It's funny now.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny then. That was aggressive.
Yeah, man. It was fun. The other time is I don't know what we were doing something. We were actually in the front, talking with customers and stuff like that. And I remember like this girl we used to work with. She didn't like me. You know what I mean? So she didn't like me. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't know.
Surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know why she didn't like me. I think I'm an outgoing guy. You know what I mean? So
a lot of people don't like people who speak a lot of the truth.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you don't have a way to sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
so
She
that might have been. I don't know. I was there, but I don't know.
So see, anyway, so I don't know. Me and her got into an argument in the back and stuff like that. So I think she still had that anger. And then I told her to do something, right? And I was like, "Hey, I need you to do this for me." And she had an attitude, man, a straight up attitude. You know what? You could do it yourself. I was like, you know what? I cussed at her, man. I was like, you know what?
Oh, you talking about her?
Yeah.
No, that was.
Oh, you were talking about another.
I thought you were talking about the other one.
Yeah.
Clarissa.
No, I'm not talking about Carissa. It was what was the other girl's name? You remember her name? Jacqueline or something?
It's crazy.
I can't remember.
Actually, I went to long term with her and Val. Well, Val wasn't in our class, but she was. She was in my class with Val's sister.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her name. I can't remember her name. But even then, like, I don't really like to drop names like that anyway. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really care, man. I don't talk to her anyway.
The point is, things escalated. Words were said.
Yeah.
But it was messed up because if I recall, I remember I was walking in the back on the other side of that wall, and I heard the whole thing. Yeah, I was pushing the cart from the back from unloading, and I just hear her talking shit, cussing at Ralph, yelling at him. And so Ralph finally, like, it's been a few weeks that she's been talking to him like this, and then finally he just snapped.
Yeah. And
so he just goes off on her, and like customers complain because
they don't like the way I'm cussing at her. Basically, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be cussing
Ralph
on my thing. I had some strong words. I had a lot of pent up frustration.
Next thing you know, they called Ralph in there, and they're like, "That's it. It's been you and your friend, and now this, and it's just too much."
Yep.
That was an experience. That was hilarious.
It was fun, man. It was fun.
We've had some things like that at each job that we worked at. Though,
that was one of the experiences that we had together working at Goodwill. But how long were you there? Do you remember? I was there probably about 7 months or something like that, 8 months, and I was there and they got fired over that. But
shit, I don't even remember. I wasn't there that long.
No.
I left to El Paso. Maybe like, I think I was there for 4 or 5 months, maybe.
4 or 5 months? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
maybe. Because I remember that one of the managers was telling me, like, man, if you keep on going at this route, you could possibly be manager. And this, and I'm like, oh shit, like, how much you make is the manager? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making 8, so I'm like, how much does the manager make? She talking about, oh, well, you get like $950.
Yeah,
but if you do good, they like put you up. You're gonna be making 10. I'm like, hell no! Like, what? You have to do all the paperwork. Like, I seen what she do, and she said you have to come in an hour early. You have to stay an hour late. You have to do this. You have to be on top of people. I'm like, man, why would I want that for only that amount of money? Like, that's insane. I'm like, no, this is just a temporary job for me. But thank you for your consideration. But my fondest memories of that place is of the funny things.
Which one?
But one that always stands out to my memory and shit. It's funny because she still works there. I actually went there.
Tracy?
Yeah,
Tracy?
So, hey,
hold on.
Not on no mean shit. Tracy was a nice person. She was cool as hell.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was going on.
I don't know. Shh.
But there was some funny moments, and one I will never forget was like one time we had a team meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure one thing was in there was something about something Ralph had fucking done.
It's always me, guys. Basically, it's always me. So
they wanted to talk about everybody about this and that. Beware of this. Watch out. Blah blah blah. You know, there's a couple of little things. And the next thing you know, they're like, if there's anything that you want to like bring up to our attention or say, now's the moment. Like, say what you want to say or something, and like it pertained to whatever happened. And everyone's looking around. It's all quiet. And the next thing you know, this girl just goes, "Oh." And the manager's like, there's two managers, and they're like, yes, Tracy, tell us what happened. And she just goes,
I remember the story.
I just swallowed my gum. You're not supposed to swallow your gum. I'm sorry. I was like, whoa. I just swallowed my gum. And I couldn't help but start laughing because I was just like, what? Like, it's a whole serious moment. And they got their eyes, man. Like, they were like, yes, tell us, Tracy, what do you know? And I just swallowed my gum. That's what came out. And I was just like, man, Tracy's so cool. She just turns the whole moment. It's all aggression in there, and then everything became kind of like just funny and cool. And then like, all right, everybody go back to work, whatever. But that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tracy. She's a good person.
Yeah, Tracy. But definitely, we're actually on Facebook Live. So if you guys have any comments for us or anything like that, we can read them right now. And this is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about your crazy experiences, working with your best friend, working with your friends. Let me know in the comments below. But you know what? I do remember with Tracy, the tree. You remember that?
Nah. It wasn't a tree. It was a bush. I don't even know if we should talk about that. That was insane.
Hold on.
That was borderline crazy.
Just talk about it real quick, man. That was hilarious, bro. People want to know now. People want to know what happened with the bush. What happened with the bush?
You think we should
talk about it? I mean, you know the story. I mean, I know I know a glimpse of it, but yeah.
What she told us?
Yeah.
She came into work one day, and she used to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And she came into work, and she had a lot of scratches on her arms. And Ralph was like, oh, what happened to you?
I'm the good guy now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm the good guy. I'm always a good guy.
What the story is. That's fucked up. She told Ralph, well, I was riding my bike home, and I ended up crashing. And Ralph's like, oh, damn, like, well, what happened? Like, who crashed into you or something? I'm like, oh, man, like, someone didn't do this to you, right? She's like, no. This bush came out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, damn, like, all right, well, she crashed into it. Like, I've been there as a kid. I got that. Like, she's not a kid, but, when you're on a bike, right? So I get that. The next thing you know, Ralph's like, well, where were you at? What happened? She's like, well, there's this big bush in front of my house, and I ended up crashing, like, right into the bush.
Yeah.
And it just came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't even know how I ended up going right into the bush. And I'm just like, how big is the bush? And she's like, it's like, I don't know, 4 foot. Like, it's really big. I'm like, and it's growing in front of your house where you live. Like, the place you walk out of every day. She's like, yes. And I don't know, it just came out of nowhere, and I crashed right into, like, it was never there before. I'm like, it was never there before. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, the main thing is that you're okay, Tracy. Whatever, right? No lie. 3 days later, she pulls up in a truck.
Yeah, I remember that.
A brand new truck. And she come out and, she comes in. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what happened to your bike, Tracy? And she goes, well, my parents thought that since I crashed into the bush that was in front of my house, it was dangerous for me to ride a bike. So they bought me a truck so I could drive to work and come back home. And I'm like, I don't know if that was the best. Like, I want you to be safe, but I don't think that was
I don't think that's a good idea,
decision.
Man.
I just remember Ralph like, oh, that's what they did. They bought you a bike. Hey, Freddie, did you hear? Her parents bought her a truck so she don't have to ride her bike to work no more, so she can be safe. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know what? I don't know if anything went bad, but like I said, I seen her working there still. And she does drive that same truck. I seen it. So, like I said, hey, good thing for Tracy. Shout out to Tracy.
Yeah,
but
shout out to Tracy.
That was a very interesting story.
I appreciate your stories making me laugh.
It was. I don't know. I was very concerned when she told me she was behind the wheel.
I ain't gonna lie.
you know.
I ain't gonna lie. I was just laughing, man.
Congrats, Terry. I was walking to work at that time.
Yeah.
And I explained that story to my parents too. I was like, maybe you should buy me a truck because you never know, like shit could happen. Like,
Yeah.
look at Tracy's parents. And it didn't work like that, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then after we worked at Goodwill, I got fired from that for that reason, and then I went to Target. I think I worked. Did I work at Target? I think so. Or did we work at
Shit, for a while you was working 2 jobs.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I was working 2 jobs at the time, but
didn't you do? You went to Target and something else at the same time.
It was Target and a different.
Oh no,
job.
that was later. You did Target and DSW when I was with there.
Okay, yeah, that's when
later.
that's okay.
Later,
so
yeah.
the other job that we got hired together was McDonald's. McDonald's overnight. I would never forget this, man. We were about I think we were about 19 years old or something.
Do you
like
remember
that.
how we got hired though?
No.
All right,
no, not at all. No.
The way I got hired at McDonald's, I had already moved to El Paso for I don't know what, a year and a half or something.
Yeah.
After that, when I came back, I got a job at Culver's.
Oh yeah. I remember you. Yeah.
Man, hey, Culver's was a new thing. It was brand new. It was from up north. It's somewhere up north. I don't know what city it comes from, Wisconsin or some shit. Mm-hmm. But it was brand new over there. And when I came back to Houston, I was like, all right, cool. And I'm over there. I was like, all right, so first job, opportunity to do something. So I jumped in there. And I remember that they tried to put me on the grill. But the problem was every time that I was making the burgers, I would grab it and flip it. And then I just had a habit. I would just end up licking my fingers. And they're like, bro, you can't do that shit if you're going to be flipping the wash your hands. I'm like, oh, yeah, man, I'm sorry.
Cross-contamination.
That's how I be doing it at the house. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. So I would clean my hands and I would put on gloves. But it was just like, I don't know. It just kept happening.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, they moved me to the fryer. So I was like, cool, whatever. I was good there. I was doing all the frying shit. No problem. There was no issues.
Yeah.
Everything was great. But there was this one manager who just had a problem. And
with you or just with?
I don't know what it was, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe it was me. Maybe it was my skin tone. Maybe it was my attitude. I don't know. I thought I had a great attitude. Everyone else loved me. The other managers had nothing bad to say. But this lady, for some reason, had a specific thing with me. And for some reason, she ended up telling me I needed to do something. So I was trying to do it. But at the same moment, there was this older lady, and she had dropped a lot of blood from the chickens that she was moving, the chicken that she had cleaned, and went all over the floor. So someone was about to slip and fall. So I started to help her because she's holding the tray. So I'm like, man, like, let me clean it. I'll clean it up for you. So I started cleaning it up for her, helping her. And the next thing I know, the lady comes over and she's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I was following you to, like, do what you asked me to do, but there was an accident right now. Like, how you... What do you want me to do? And she's like, you know what? Turn in your uniform, whatever. Like, I don't need you here. Like, this is it.
So you got fired for that?
Yeah. She was firing me right then on the spot. I'm like, well, shit.
That's
like, I'm doing what you asked me to do, but this happened. I just thought, shouldn't I help out? Like isn't that what we're supposed to do? And she's like, no. I was telling you, you know what? Just go home. Like, you're not even doing anything. I'm like, what do you? I was just helping. I'm cleaning everything. And like the lady was telling her, but that lady didn't speak anything, just Spanish. So she's trying to explain, and that lady was like, not trying to hear shit. She's just like, just get out of my store. Yeah. So Hugo actually was working there.
Okay,
he
Hugo.
was all like,
all right.
He's like, nah, you know what? So he quit.
Okay, and then
Since I got fired, he said that was like, I don't know. He was offended. He quit. We left and we go to McDonald's to get some food. And the manager's like, you want a job? Like, as soon as we walk in to get some food. Yeah. So, all right, cool. Yeah. Boom. Got another job. She said, we actually need 2 more people. Do you know anyone? Boom.
That's when you called me.
So,
okay.
So you got the job the next day.
Yeah. But real quick, I do want to do a couple of shout outs. Jared, what's going on, man? Just want to say appreciate you helping me send my videos and stuff like that. We got a couple of different shout outs. My boy Daniel, I'll say what's up. Steven, what's up, boy? I miss you, man. I hope you're doing good. But anyway, we were talking about McDonald's, basically. Yeah. And I remember, man, it was such a long time ago, man, working over there. Man, we worked overnight. Me and Freddie worked overnight. You know what I mean? And whatever. We have one question? What's the comment?
It says, out of all the jobs, have you ever thought about, about always getting too comfortable with the job you've had because of the people you worked with?
Yes, yes, because I
What
love,
job is that?
which was AMC. Yeah, yeah.
Out
Hold
of
on,
all
guys.
jobs, you ever thought about always getting too comfortable with the job you've had because of the people you worked with?
Yeah,
That's an excellent question, I think. But for me, I would say I've never gotten too comfortable for a job for people that are working there. If I'm working at any job, to me, I'm not working there for people. I'm working there to get money.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about who's working there too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to work. If I'm at work, I'm not there for people. I'm there to get money. If there are cool people that work at the same place, that's a bonus. That's great.
Yeah.
But I'm not there for that. I would say though that question also makes me think something about that. And one thing is that's dangerous, and people need to consider, especially if you do not like the job you're at, is how comfortable you feel and are.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
can be a dangerous thing because if you start to get comfortable and you are unhappy, you should not stand for that.
Yeah.
You only live one life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand if you have bills, you have shit to pay. I have bills. I have a family. I'm the only sole income of my house, so I understand that too. But at the end of the day, like I said, you have one life. And if you feel like that and you are starting to get comfortable with thinking, you know what, this is just what life is, and there's nothing to it, you need to change something because that's how you just have a sorry life. Like, who wants that? Like, why
I
would you want
remember. I remember this guy when I used to work at Memorial Herman. You remember I used to work there for a little bit, right? And there was this guy. He was probably in his 40s, and he would be the dishwasher. So I would talk to him every morning. I say, "Hey man, how you doing?" He's, "Oh, you know, same old, same old." You know, he would wash his dishes and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, this is me just like within like 4 months, man. This is me 4 months. And I was asking him, how long you been working here, man? He's like, "Oh, I've been working here about 25 years." I'm like, "At this job?" He's like, "Yeah, I have my own band on the side and stuff like that." And I was like, "You've been washing dishes for 25 years at the same job?" And then he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Did you get a pay raise?" No. I'm like, "Nope, this job ain't this job ain't for me, man." You know what I mean? So definitely not. That's something I do not want to do. I would not want to do that. I don't want to feel comfortable at a job like that, man. I can't do it.
Okay,
Hold on.
Javi says, what do you feel about people who get comfortable with people at work so they stay mainly because of the people besides the money?
I would say that if you are attached to those people, then it has nothing to do with the job.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with being stuck with the job. You're attached to those people, and if that's
Yeah.
how you feel, then why don't you reach out to those people to spend more time with them?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the situation is, but if you feel like that with someone at your job, you should maybe let them know. They might also feel the same way, and if that's the case, then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about still working at a job that you don't want to be at to spend time with that person, because you could possibly spend time with that person outside of that workplace and go get a job that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Good answer, man. Good answer. But who was that comment from, real quick? Who was that comment? Who wrote that comment? It was Javi?
Yeah.
Nice.
Javi,
Shouty. Oh, speaking of shout-outs real quick, we're going to say what's up to Mario. We're supporting the Root of Our Real. Hopefully you can see it, bro. Definitely, if you guys like his channel, man, you can go to him, subscribe to him. We're on there. Definitely give him a shout-out,
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good content.
Very good, yeah, very good. He's an awesome dude. You'll like his stuff. So back to McDonald's. So what do you remember from McDonald's? Okay, let me tell you a quick little story. Real quick. So I remember, me, you already know, guys, I'm nearsighted. So I'm not going to lie about that. I'm going to be truthful on that. And I couldn't see the monitor because the monitor back then, it was like green, and I had really trouble seeing it. You know what I mean? So they were like, "Hey, man," they told Freddie, "Hey, man, your guy, he can't see it." You know what I mean? So we probably have to let him go. And then Freddie's be like, "Hey, man, nah, he's a good worker. He busts his ass," which I do. I bust my ass every job I'm at. And then he's like, "Nah, he's good. Maybe he can wash dishes." And this is what Freddie did. Freddie was washing dishes.
Sacrificing.
He was sacrificing, and I give it to him.
Fucked up my shit. I was in the back jamming. No one was messing with me.
Yeah.
Then I had to start making orders. I was like, fuck it, whatever. That's cool.
Yeah.
But you know where it went left? Was overnight shit with that one chick. I don't know her name, and even then it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
that manager.
I forgot her name, dude. She did not like us.
You know what? You know what it is though. It's because she wasn't happy with herself.
I think so.
She was going through real shit. Now that I'm older, I know that. At the time, I was like, man, this bitch, you know. But now that I'm older and I'm mature, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you know, she was going through some things. So hopefully she's doing better. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. We forgot your name. We're sorry, but the only person we do know, we remember is Santos. Yeah, Santos. If you're still there, bro. We miss you, man. You were awesome, dude.
That guy was really old.
Yeah.
I don't think he's still around, but he was that
he wasn't that old.
Yes, he was.
How old was? No, he was probably like
65.
Bro, he could still be cooking, bro. He could still be kicking, doing his thing, working at McDonald's.
20 years ago.
It wasn't no 20 years ago. Hold on, we got a comment. Hold on, guys. Everybody on YouTube, real quick. You know, leave us a comment.
Asks, could you guys be managers at a McDonald's?
Nah.
The comment was what?
Guys be a manager at
it's not worth it.
No, definitely.
Why?
No.
You guys had such a good time.
We had a good time, but we don't see ourselves working out, you know, being a manager at Walmart. I wouldn't want to do that stuff.
What was it, 19 years old?
Yeah, we're about 19 years old.
19. I think that a lot of American kids have that experience in fast food restaurants. If you don't, then I don't think. What's your stepping stone for your first jobs? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Legal jobs in the sense, just to clarify.
Yeah.
But
no, the answer to that person's question, nah.
Especially not at this age. Like, why would you? I mean, I think that some people, if you feel like you don't have nothing going for you, or if that's what you're into, if you like managing, if you like, you know what I'm saying, the perks of, hey, McDonald's had some good bonus.
They did.
You know, so.
Oh, well, first off, hold on. We got what, $6-7 for free? Was it like $6-7? They're like, was it $10?
Yeah, it was $10.
So we would always go on break. It was like, hey man, time to go on break. We had overnight. You know,
was it 20?
No, it was like $10.
Right,
Man. It was 10. You know, we ordered off we ordered off the dollar menu.
We got a lot of food.
So I remember this one time where they're like, okay, y'all both go on break. You know, managers and the supervisors, they take care of it. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I was like, all right. So we would make our own food. And I remember we worked at Hugo too. And we were talking about making a quarter pounder, you know, just regular quarter pounder, but we're gonna add, you know, more lettuce, more cheese. We stacked it up, chicken. Guys. I'm talking about I had a big burger, buffalo sauce, fries, man. And then the drinks were free. So and then we had McFlurries. And then what me and this dude would do, we would go and play the video games back in that
them little touchscreen,
the little touchscreens back in the day. Yeah,
play the game. But you know. That's what I was talking about earlier though, because then that white older lady, whatever her name was,
I forgot her name, bro.
That manager though.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
She started having a problem
with us going on break.
No, she got mad because she saw us playing on the machine. She said, "What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
like, we're on break. Like, what does it matter?" And she got mad at us, so she put us back to work. Mm-hmm. And the next thing you know, she took a break with the other dude, the dude that worked the drive-through. And they went out to play the game. And I'm like, are you mad because we did that or something? Like, you want to do it? So she put me on drive-thru. I'm like, I don't even know how to work this thing.
I remember that.
I don't know how to work this thing. And she's like, well, this is what you're doing tonight, or you can get fired and go home. And I'm like, well, who's going to make the burgers if y'all both home? Like, you make the... And she's like, well, Ralph can do that. I'm like, last time he was messing them up. That's why he on dishes. That's why I'm making the burgers. And she's like, well, you doing the drive-thru tonight. I'm like, I'm not liable for this. So I get up there. The next thing you know, man, I can't get that machine to work. I'm pressing the buttons. He said he wants the double cheese. I clicked the double cheese. It got the picture there.
I remember Freddie. Hello. Welcome to McDonald's.
Yeah, you really...
I'll take your order. But he did it, and the voice was hilarious, man.
That was my professional voice.
Do we have another comment?
Yes, we do. Yeah. The ones working at McDonald's, are they essential workers? Or how much an hour would you give them?
How much an hour?
Would you give them as?
I think $7 or $8.
$7 or $8. Yeah. I don't think they should get any more than that.
I was there. Why should you make more?
You should not. No.
You shouldn't stay there forever. Nah, fuck no.
No.
If you want to make more money, then go get a job that makes more money. Yeah. The problem with that shit right there is a lot of people want a fucking handout, and you want something.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to get paid a lot because you go to work at McDonald's. You're like, well, I go to work like you. I put 40 hours like you, but you're not doing the same shit that I fucking do. You didn't go and learn a trade like.
Sorry for the language, guys. Sorry for the language on that.
In the sun. You're not doing the same shit with no AC. So why should you be getting paid more if your job is not requiring as much?
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not fair. That's why McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
to me, is a stepping stone for teenagers to learn what a job is.
Yeah.
To clock in,
Clock
to follow
out,
orders, to work for a paycheck, to learn how to manage your money.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's for people who cannot get a fucking job, who have felonies or whatever. It's, again, to build some work history to go get something bigger. It's it's a stepping stone.
And even talking about that, we're not bashing McDonald's.
No,
I mean,
I'm
we're
not
not saying
bashing
McDonald's. You know, if you work at
Yeah.
McDonald's, hey man, hey, that's money. That's money in your pocket.
But you should aim higher.
You should aim higher unless you
that's
know,
all.
hey, you move up to supervisor, you
That's
move to
all.
manager. That's it. But I was just saying, this is just our opinion. We
Any
don't want
job is better than no job.
Yeah, basically.
And all I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with working anywhere or doing anything. Whether you're a janitor, where you take out the trash.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you getting paid. But if you're not getting paid enough to live comfortably, then you're not getting paid what you're worth, because everybody is worth more than just a couple of dollars. But until you want to put the work in to get that, then I don't want to hear that you fucking crying about shit. Like, if you are fine with that, then that's good. But if you want more, then you got to put in more. That's it.
And then I remember, man, when you were working the drive-thru, you know, I was over there washing dishes and stuff. And I remember the manager came up to me. You remember this? When the manager came up to me, and she's like, "Hey, I think you're doing such a good job washing these dishes. And hey, do you wanna work on a Saturday?" I'm like, "Ooh," but being back then, I ain't gonna work on no Saturday. I did this 3 times. Hold on.
No, that's not
hold
even
on.
what happened.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
That's not even what happened.
Whoa, tell me. I ain't gonna lie. I screwed Freddie. I screwed Freddie.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay, go ahead.
She asked me.
Okay.
Hey.
No, she asked me first.
No,
she asked me first.
This is what happened. You I'll tell you. Watch, you remember right now.
Okay, go ahead.
You and me talked first.
Okay.
And I told you.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big ass party on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm finna go through. I got this shit lined up. Man, you know, it's going down, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The next thing you know is the manager's like, hey, are you going to be able to come in and cover what's the name of shift on Saturday? I'm like, man, no, I'm not. I can't. I got a party coming in. But you know what? I bet you Ralph would, because he's been trying to look for some extra money.
Yeah.
So she went to go talk to you.
Yeah.
And you sitting there talking about, well, since I told you about the party.
Yeah.
And you knew I was going to go. You said, oh, I can't. I got this thing out of town with my family members. So I got to leave. And next thing you know, she's like, man, you got to stay and cover because Ralph can't do it and the other one is sick. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I already got shit planned. Like, she's like, yeah, I know. It's just, that's the way it went. There's literally no one there to cover. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I get out there, I'm like, man, you know what she just told me?
Yeah.
She just told me that you got this family thing. He's like, man, I ain't even got no family. I just didn't even want to come in. I'm the cool.
Yeah.
And I know you just had a party, so you didn't want to come in, so fuck you. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, I just saved your job and gave you up the dishes, and you pulled me like that.
And that's funny.
You know what I did?
That is the very...
I'll tell you what I did after that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell you what I did.
No. So he got so mad, he's like, you bastard. You know what I mean? So he came back. I'm over here washing dishes.
3 in the morning, I got to make
3 in the morning.
tacos. I gotta make breakfast
He doesn't make
tacos.
breakfast tacos, guys. So this dude grabs an egg and he throws it at me.
That's right.
And it landed in my mouth, man.
Face.
In my face,
Bitch
man.
ass nigga.
But see, that's what he did to me, and I was like, okay, you know, that's throwing an egg in my face.
That's when
That's
I
cool.
had anger issues.
Yeah.
Though.
So the second time, you know, the manager comes up to me first. You know what I mean? So she comes up to me first, and then she's like, "Hey, we see you want X more hours. You know, I see you've been working hard, washing these dishes. We see you, man. And do you want to work Saturday?" I'm like, ugh, "Yeah, no, I and nobody died at the time. I was just saying, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't. I got to go to the funeral." But I was like, you know what? I think Freddie wants to work Saturday because we were talking about it, and he was like. He was like, he said, go ask him. And then the manager's like, hey, Freddie, do you want to work on Saturday?
Yeah, that's really messed up.
Hold on, we got a comment. Hold on, guys.
What advice would you give, Javi says, what advice would you give people who are comfortable with their job and feel stuck?
I would probably say just try to go higher. You know, basically, like if you want to stay at the job, that's cool. But try to go up to like a manager, a supervisor. You know, but what do you got to say, Freddie?
I wouldn't even say that because if you don't like the place where you're at, being on a higher level.
Well, the question was, do you like it? You like it?
No. He said the question was, what advice would you give to someone who feels like they're getting too comfortable and stuck with something that they don't like?
Oh, they don't like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you feel like you're stuck with something that you don't like and you're not comfortable with it and you want more, I suggest that you make a drastic change in your life. And the way to do that, to really get ultimate happiness, what you're looking for, what you want to do, you need to stop and don't think about your bills. Don't think about what people need from you.
Yeah.
Don't think about the expectations or the status symbol or whatever the fuck you're thinking. Or you're like, oh, what if you are seriously asking me to look at that and what you really want, you need to stop and ask yourself, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you want to do for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
What do you feel like it? And also keep in mind, you got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
You got to have enough money to live on. And if you have kids or people that are depending on you to support, you have to have a way to do that. So I'm not saying to just throw everything away, but if you need to restart, you need to consider and you need to think of a way. Because if not, you're going to live like that forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the advice I would give you is to really think about it.
Yeah.
And come out. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Okay, hold on. We got one more question, guys. Go ahead.
I think Val says, I think people working through this pandemic should be getting more pay. They are risking a lot more than the people staying home collecting unemployment. How do you guys feel about that?
I agree. I feel like they should definitely get more pay on that. Definitely because they're putting themselves in that situation of trying to get COVID-19. This goes out to the nurses. This goes out to the people working in hospitals. This goes out to the firefighters. This goes out to basically everyone that's doing their thing. I think they should definitely get more pay. How do you feel, man?
Well,
so do you feel like the people at home should get more pay than the people, that are out there?
I do. I honestly do because as someone who's had the opportunity to go with the unemployment, even though it was late. Way late, and not doing it and going to work. My associate at my job also had the opportunity. He went with the unemployment and seeing how much his check is versus mine. Have you in mind when we go to work, I make more money than he does off these checks. Off of his check from the unemployment, he makes way more than what I make. So. I'm like, where's even the point of going out to work then? Like, if you could chill at home with your family and get way more money and be safe from the corona disease, like, why? What's the reason to not get off that couch and go back to work anyway? Yeah. Realistically, that's not even on laziness. That's just on smart. Like, if you're smart enough, then why wouldn't you? Because that's what everybody wants, right? You want more money, you want to be there. So I get that. Yeah. That person actually ended up coming back to work already anyway. I don't know if that was by choice or not, but that's not none of my business. But me personally, I think that would be fucking great. What do you think?
I mean,
if you were making double what you get paid at work to stay at home, would you not want to stay at home?
It depends. Like, it depends what type of job. Not a question. I mean, let's just say if I was like a nurse or something like that, and I had to go out there and do that, you know what I mean? I would be out there helping people, man. Yeah. As much as that's my opinion. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. This is why we're doing the thing we do. But
if you were a nurse, but I'm not a nurse.
Yeah, if you were working in the hospital, you know what I mean. I think they should get paid a little more. I mean, that's just my opinion on that. Comment.
Yeah, I believe that.
But for the people staying at home, that's
I think
fine.
The government should be paying those people.
I think so too. I think we should get another check. That's a little more. In my opinion, I think we should get Trump. Where you at, man? Hey, I think
send them bucks.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Then again, watch him jump up on him and be like, "Man, did you vote for me though?"
Yeah.
I ain't even vote. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even into all that. I don't really pick a side with none of that. I don't really condoning too much of this.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just throwing it out there and making jokes, man. But
I do think, though, in all honesty, at this point, since it's an epidemic, the states shouldn't be paying them. The government should already be. It's our money. It's all of our tax dollars. They should be paying for the cops and the people risking their lives.
Yeah, risking their lives, man. Yeah.
But also, I don't know. They should be checking some of the cops because a lot of them.
Yeah, but that's a different topic, though. That's a different topic. So
we have more.
Hold on. We have another comment real quick.
What's up, my brothers?
Okay. Who's that from?
DJ.
DJ?
Yeah.
What's up?
Mr. Lopez says it really depends on the field. I'm able to work from home and still be able to make my full paycheck.
Okay. Well,
Val
That's great for
says,
you.
that's good for you.
Do you guys work during this COVID? If so, what do y'all do?
I mean, I'm not gonna throw what I do out there. So
I work in restaurants right now,
Mm-hmm.
so I do repairs to make sure that they pass health code to keep on making y'all's food.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I'm not gonna throw my job out there, but we actually got shut down for this COVID-19. So we're hopefully trying to open up. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's what I'm not gonna say what I do. So.
Alrighty, well, DJ says he works from home, but wouldn't worry if he had to be out. So Javi says, how can I follow you guys? And I see you both wearing the same logo shirts. Tell me about that.
This is from the root of our real. So this is yeah. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Hold on. Let me stand up real quick. Yeah. See, this is mine.
That's Mario's channel.
Yeah, this is Mario's
Some
channel.
very good content.
Yeah.
Anyone who's interested in any very good topics should give it a check.
Definitely, this is this is his stuff that we're actually a part of his show. So we're 2 people in there, and we're supposed to get him pretty soon. But just to answer that quick question, but yeah. So the root of all real, yeah. But anyway, back to even McDonald's, bro. Like real quick, I remember, man. I remember, like I said, I screwed you over that one time. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, with the whole, me telling you, I had a funeral.
You know what?
I had a funeral, and then I was like, this dude was like, I was like, hey man, go ask Freddie. This is when they throw an egg at me. I was like, you know what? Screw this dude. I said, to get his ass to work.
Now that you're talking about that, you know what's hilarious was DSW.
DSW?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's fast forward to that shit. You remember that shit?
Yeah. Okay. DSW was
that was the most bullshit job.
It was bullshit, but
I will never ever forget that shit.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Racism.
Yeah, that's towards the end of the DSW, but real quick, so basically, me and Freddie's job when we went to DSW, we were like what 20 at the time? Or were we 20? I think we were about 20. I think or something. I can't remember. It's probably about 19, 20 years old. But anyway, so basically our job is to upsell, try to get people to sign up and stuff like that to buy, shoes and stuff like that. So, and I remember this one time.
Not just that, stocking everything.
Yeah, stocking everything.
Building all the shit because they just opened.
Yeah.
They just opened. That's why they needed us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I remember this one time where, they kind of, I used to always tell them, as every time people come in, oh, this is a great shoe, and I'm going to give them the, coupon or whatever. And I would say, you know what?
You had to get people to sign up to give them the thing. It's not even a coupon.
Yeah.
It's just a membership.
Yeah, just a membership.
Not a coupon.
Yeah.
But you were telling everybody it was a fucking coupon to get 50% off on shit.
But you get points. So you get points at DSW.
They would give you points and give you like a little bit of extra money to check.
That's what I did.
If you got rid of the coupons.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not even if you got memberships. Mm-hmm. And this dude was the only one getting memberships, and everyone else would get like 3 or 4. Hold on.
The reason why is
because they had a fucking meeting one day, and they're like, all right, guys. Whoever's telling people that you're gonna get 50% off on your shoes to sign up and be a member needs to stop because we're not doing that. We think we know who it is, and they just look at me. And
they look at him.
I have no membership, none. I've never got a single one. I've never turned in. They made you sign a sheet and turn it in. I've never turned in one fucking membership, and they're like, "We think we have an idea."
So they already assumed that it was Freddie, and then they even topped that. I would say, "Hey man, you sign up, you get a free purse, you get a free purse in the mail."
Meanwhile, Ralph is over here doing this shit. And then at the end of the meeting, she's all telling me, she's like, your numbers are really low for your memberships.
Yeah.
You should probably try to see what Ralph's been doing because his are really high.
They're really high up there.
Maybe you're not trying to reach your full potential, And I'm like, are you fucking serious? You just had the fucking meeting on what Ralph is fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not getting to it. I'm just like, all right, yes, man, whatever, cool. We had to build the fucking racks that the shoes go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like doing that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
The boards click in.
I don't care.
So I didn't want to do it. Ralph, don't worry about it. We'll be a team. You pick up the boards. You hand them to me. I'll click them in. And we're doing this all the way around. Well, that's all cool, right? Is friends or whatever. But real shit, I'm bent the fuck over on my knees doing this.
He's always on his knees,
he's
guys.
just chilling, standing, handing me the board. I'm like, hey, at some point, bro, we gonna have to switch because this ain't fucking finna happen. And this is the best part. I done did like 2 or 3 rows. I don't know if you've been to DSW, but that's a good little minute.
Mm-hmm.
The manager gonna walk by and see me on my knees doing this,
He's
and
always on his
him
knees.
handing him, and he's like looking at her smiling, and she gonna say, "Ralph, you're doing an amazing job. We're so proud of you, Freddie.
Yeah.
If you could just work a little harder." I'm
Yeah.
like,
Are you serious right now?
what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah.
Needless to say, pretty soon they're like, "Well, we have enough workers. We don't really need you working here." And
No. That's
they
not what
fired
happened.
me.
No, they didn't fire him. No, I got fired first because the.
No, they fired me and you got mad
no.
because they fired me.
No.
Wasn't that what happened?
No,
Yeah.
no. You got fired after.
Oh, they told you they were
Yeah.
gonna fire
So
me.
basically, so what happened?
I
This is
remember that.
I don't know what day it was or whatever,
Nah, I
but
quit. I didn't even go.
so the main district manager, she comes into DSW.
Fuck
And
that shit.
and then she's like, "Hey, let me have a seat with you." I'm like,
She was
"Okay."
black.
She was black. I'm not trying to be
Doesn't
racist.
matter.
Yeah,
She
we're not
was
trying to be
being
racist. Yeah,
racist.
she was being racist towards us. She's like, "You know what?
The Mexican lady in there too. She sided with her. And
Yeah,
and
she didn't say nothing."
She
So
didn't say nothing. She didn't stand up for us.
No.
She didn't say that was racist.
no.
That lady specifically said she didn't want us working there. Every other employee
Yeah.
that was there was black, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah. And she told me, she's like, "You know what? I don't like you and your friend working here." I was like,
nope.
What
After-
the hell?
After,
And hold on.
After we built everything.
Yeah, we did everything. So, and then it's funny because his mom walks in, and I say what's up to his mom, and we're talking for a little bit. That's when I go in the office, and then she's like, "Hey, I don't like you guys working here." I was like, "Oh, us guys? What are you trying to say?" She's like, basically like us Hispanics, and she's like, "Yeah, we don't like you working here, and I think it's time for you to leave." So I'm looking at the lady who hired us. And she's just quiet. She don't say nothing. I'm like, "Are you gonna say something? Or talking about the work that we do?" She don't say nothing. And then it's funny because I cussed this lady out. I cussed this district lady out. I was like, "You know what, you racist?" I went off on her. And then she's like, "You know what, call the cops." I was like, "You know what, F the cops, man." You know what I mean? So, and then she has a nerve to text me at like late at night. She's like, "Hey, I heard you working at Target, and hey, can you get my little son in there?" I'm like, "Forget your son, man. Screw you, man. He didn't even say nothing for us." But that was a fun experience, man. Regardless of the bull crap that we went through, man, it was fun. Do we have any questions, Val?
Yeah, Val says, Freddie, you working as a welder, is it harder working with a mask on?
Well, to be honest, when I'm welding, I take that mask off because it'll fog up my lens, so I don't wear it when I'm welding, so it doesn't affect that. It is harder working with a mask, period, outside because you're sweating, it's hot. But also going back to what DJ said, I don't think we even touched on what he said about not even worrying about if you're out there working with it. Me personally, that I'm working out there, I'm not worried about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't go out there and work. If I was truly worried about it and worried about me risking anything or catching it, I wouldn't even be out there working about it. To be honest, I feel like everyone has their moment to die or whatever. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I'm not really worried about it. I don't think that you should test it or whatever, not take precautions and wash your hands.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried when I'm out there working as well, TJ.
So to answer that question, but before we end this real quick, I just want to talk about Target. When I worked at Target, so I'm working over here in the meat department, playing with my meat.
Well, you haven't even talked about the movies.
Well, yeah, I know.
You can't end it at just Target.
Hold on,
Because you got stories from the movie theaters.
I got stories of the movies, but that's a different topic,
No,
man.
that's working.
Yeah, it's working.
It's
That's working.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
man, I got too many stories with that, man.
We got stories on
So I had an incident where I was, I broke up with an ex, and she didn't work there. She quit at the time, and then I was dating somebody else. And anyway, so she would keep bugging me, texting me, and I was like, let's end it. I don't want to be with you anymore. And mind you, I'm dating this girl already for like 4 to 5 months, 6 months. We're already together. I'm done talking to this other girl I was with. And then she comes to the theater, man, while me and this girl are working together. And she just comes up and just starts talking all this mess, bro. And then she starts getting an attitude with the current girlfriend that I'm with. She gets in my face, and me and her are arguing and stuff like that. I was like, no. It was just crazy. That was one of the stories, man, that I still remember to this day. And I didn't want to be with that crazy ex. I'm done with her. But it was just man. That was only one experience at AMC. So yeah, but yeah. So anyway, yeah.
What would you say was the best experience?
I mean, yeah, I had a lot of good experiences, man. Meeting, talking to people, and these friends are still my friends now. My buddy Zach and Alex, I actually met them through AMC, and we've been friends ever since. So we've been friends for about 10, 15 years already. So shout out to Zach and Alex. I miss you guys, and I love you, and hope the kids are doing good. Michael, shout out to you, buddy. I haven't talked to you in a long time, and I love you. And basically everyone else I talked to from AMC, Manny, Ryan, all you guys, man, I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing good with this whole COVID-19. And yeah.
Man, you know what? That's interesting that you say that, because now I'm like, that kind of goes back to what Javi had asked us in his other question of if you have a connection with people you work. It seems like you've had a connection with people you worked with at each job. Me personally, I cannot say that.
I think
maybe like one or two people here.
Yeah,
there,
but I think I don't know.
I don't even keep in contact with none of the people I worked at any of these.
I do. Shout out to everybody that I worked with for AMC, man. That I still talk to. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are doing good. Hit me up every once in a while.
Hey, shit. You know what? Shout out to the people I worked with too. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to feel y'all. You know not all of y'all. And I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
You know good blessings to all of you. Yeah. But some of y'all I didn't fucking like, and you know who you are. But the dudes I did like, and the people, you know what I'm saying, like my boy G at Denny's. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my guy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to G.
I know he's been doing good. I've been seeing your feed. I know I ain't talked to you. I've been busy. Shout out to you though, bro.
And then I remember the last thing real quick. I just want to thank you guys for checking out me and Freddie's, little broadcast talking about our jobs. If you guys have any suggestions or talking about your crazy experiences you had working with your best friend, working with your friend, hey, let me know. You guys can follow me on my YouTube. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, Ralph_Patino. Snapchat is Ralph Patino 2020. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much. Freddie, you want to leave off with any words?
You know what? The only thing I would say was that we didn't touch on, that is one experience I've had other than that moment.
Yeah.
Is the racism thing. Yeah. And from all sorts of different races, I've experienced it. But one thing I would like to say is, if you there to work, then you shouldn't even let none of that type of shit affect you unless it's physical or something like that, because everything else is mental. If you're here to get money, then get your fucking money. Don't let people block your shit, because guess what? If they're blocking you and letting you stop it, then they're still winning, because you ain't bringing that money back home to your family. I ain't got time for that. Yep. You got to be the bigger person sometimes. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to do anything. You can say something if you want to, but a lot of times if it's an ignorant person, ain't no use in wasting the words anyway. Just do what you got to do and get your money and get out. I don't have to talk to no one. I don't know about how y'all's job is, but me personally, I don't have to. I'm a welder. I come in there, I do what I need to do. I don't need to mess with you. Yeah. So. But anyway, this is my episode 10. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a good day. Me and Freddie out. Peace.